Tanzania has much to gain by expanding women's access to economic opportunities. With the changes that are taking place in our current world, her initiative decided to keep up with the pace by adapting financial resilience mechanisms, digitization, and innovation as a way of bringing social change in our community through digital technologies and interventions in order to help the girl child realize her dreams.
Her initiative is an organization that reframes the value of girls and shapes the new norms that break the cycle of poverty and create financial resilience among adolescent girls and young women in Tanzania to promote gender equality and inclusive economic growth.
In 2012, after Lydia graduated from secondary school, she came to learn that 3/4 of all girls in her class were not selected to join high school, and it was heartbreaking. And it's not that they didn't have the capacity to join and continue their studies, but reasons such as poverty, child marriage, and early pregnancies forced them to drop out of school. After joining high school, Lydia started conducting self-awareness campaigns on girls' rights and laws that protect girls and young women in Tanzania, and would mobilize her fellow high school girls to attend and capacitate them on their rights.
Wow, now that I look back, we just thought of a way that we could support ourselves and our peers finish school, so we started campaigns to talk about girls' rights, self-esteem, and self-awareness. We also invited a lot of women role models that we looked up to, and that changed the lives of so many young women and girls.
In 2016, Lydia joined a group of brave girls to form her initiative organization to help girls and young women in order to enhance economic independence.
Just like any other girl, I had a lot of expenses compared to my income. I wanted money, and I didn't know where I would get money. I also saw how luck made my peers more vulnerable, and that is when I realized it is so important to be financially independent. So we started partner events in university, and they were a life-changing experience.
I actually remember how we used to conduct campaigns in secondary schools with the girls in secondary schools and high schools, but going further with Panda, it sounded more advanced because now we're going to do it with the girls at the universities who are more close to their careers. Well, for our first event, the preparations went smooth, although there were a little bit of challenges like some financial constraints, because now we needed to like a big hall, we needed spaces, we needed PA systems, but we managed to do it regardless of all the challenges, and we were able to bring the girls together, and some of them who were like small entrepreneurs brought their products and showcased them.
She then realized in order for her initiative to flourish, she must focus on one thing. That was the time she decided to quit her job and focus all her energy in building her initiative.
It was the hardest decision of my life. I knew I wasn't financially ready and I didn't have the financial muscles to keep me going, but I did it anyway. I felt like it was time for me to start living the dream that I had for her initiative. I didn't see sight of it, but I took a leap of faith. 2.5 years later, we are here making a difference. We have an office, employed staff, interns, and volunteers, and we are touching lives of so many young women and girls across Tanzania. If you ask me today, it is the best decision I've ever made.
Our mission is to promote financial resilience and digital inclusion among adolescent girls and young women and enable them to challenge oppressive and discriminatory practices.
To get to school, I used to walk 40 minutes to an hour, and on the road, I used to talk to myself. Most of my friends would ask, "Why are you talking alone? You look crazy." And I would tell them, I am imagining my future, me traveling, talking into spaces, hosting a TV show, or me at work. Actually, some of those things came to life. For those that happened, I'm grateful. But for those that did not happen, at least I got to imagine them. Girls should not be limited to dream. The bigger the dream, the bigger the chance.
Our vision is an inclusive society where adolescent girls and young women have the power to choose and create opportunities for themselves and others.
I imagine a girl in the rural part of Tanzania full of potential and dreams, but she doesn't see sight of it. It is our duty to support her to first know who she is, believe in herself, and learn to manage this life that is full of limitation, disappointments, and lots of challenges.
If an inclusive environment is provided to a girl, and if women's agency and capacity to influence financial and economic decision making at both individual and collective levels are enhanced,
If women's productive role is recognized and aspirations to become financially independent are realized, then the entire society.
Then, women and young girls will have a voice in decision making and equal access to and control over resources.
in this era of digital transformation, her initiative pursues women's economic empowerment agenda that is inclusive through greater agencies, equal opportunities, access and control over resources.
We have this assumption that an adolescent girl and a young woman without access information to sexual reproductive health and rights is incapable of solving her problems. Therefore, her initiative promotes women economic empowerment at national level within the context of sexual reproductive health, rights, and gender-based violence.
We work for and with young women. We strive to invest a lot in capacity building, coaching, mentoring, and compensating better salaries to our staff members to build a sustainable, resilient, and competent organization that supports our efforts towards realizing her initiative's vision, mission, and strategic goals.
To achieve our strategic objectives, we conduct different interventions that have succeeded to bring social impact in our society.
Panda aims at impacting financial independence behavior to young women aged 18 to 35 by providing them with knowledge, skills, and actual experiences to start and run their businesses. We enroll 50 young women each year and connect them with successful entrepreneurs where they will engage in the production of goods and services, also link them with good mentors to guide them in their journey.
Plan B is an innovative program that provides education to out-of-school adolescent girls to fight gender-based violence whilst building financial resilience through entrepreneurship training.
With Mshiko Club, we are enhancing financial literacy for in-school adolescent girls and provide them with tools that they need to access resources, plan, and control their future.
Upskills Project is a project that aims at helping young women and girls entrepreneurs to formalize their businesses to benefit from economic relief in times of crisis and qualify for funding opportunities to run their businesses. Panda Digital is the first Swahili e-learning platform in Tanzania that is aiming at enabling young women entrepreneurs to access knowledge, skills, and resources to start and run successful businesses in the digital economy, even in times of uncertainties like the outbreak of COVID-19. Panda Digital is a free platform that is using a hybrid learning model via a website and an artificial intelligence-powered SMS system that is customized and localized to meet the needs of a Tanzanian young woman entrepreneur, addressing problems such as language and geographical barriers, gender digital divide, and rural-urban divide that is causing young women to not take full charge.
In understanding the struggles of youth-led organizations like us, our initiative decided to come with Stawi Lab. Stawi Lab is a project which uses an innovative solution-based approach aimed to strengthen youth-led organizations that focus on girls and women rights through capacity building, mentorship, and the provision of seed funding.
In our various projects, we realized that there was a growing issue of the gender digital divide between young men and women. That is how we came about with the Digimali project, which is a project that aims to impart digital skills to youth and women entrepreneurs in Tanzania to influence self-employment and improve entrepreneurship.
Panda Digital Movement is a life-changing project that seeks to address problems such as unemployment, sextortion, information asymmetry, and deficiency of a platform
for young women entrepreneurs to meet and exchange their business experiences.
With Fikia Plus project, High Initiative strives to accelerate, expand, and improve HIV prevention, care, and treatment in order to achieve UNAIDS 95-95-95 target of 2030 by using economic empowerment approaches.
Kupitia mradi wa Digimali ambao uletwa kwetu na shirika la High Initiative, tuliweza kupata mafunzo mbalimbali ambayo mpaka sasa hivi yameweza kuniletea matokeo mazuri sana. Kwanza kabisa, High Initiative ilitupa elimu na sisi tukaifanyia elimu ikaja kaza matunda. Sasa hivi napata engagement kubwa na customers. Sasa mimi ndo naanza kusumbuliwa na customers, akati zamani mimi ndo nilikuwa nawasumbua wao. Kwa hivyo tumeweza kufundishwa digital skills mbalimbali ambazo sasa hivi zimeweza kutuzalia matunda mazuri. Nimeweza kuengage na customer wangu kwenye email marketing, na watumia emails, na watumia promotions za product yangu, na wameweza kunifuata. Sasa hivi nafanya wholesale. Zamani nilikuwa nafanya only retail, nilikuwa nauza reja, lakini sasa hivi nimeanza kutuma mzigo mikubwa mikoani. Pia tumeweza kujifunza financial literacy, namna ya kuweza kutunza, kuthamini na kuangalia mapato ya pesa yako. Ukishindwa kuthamini pesa ndogo, huwezi kuthamini vitu vikubwa wala pesa kubwa. Kwa hiyo tumefundishwa namna ya kumanage kitu kidogo. Katika financial literacy tumefundishwa mambo ya mikopo. Kwa impact ni kwamba nilichukua mkopo wa gharama nafuu ambapo mpaka sasa hivi naulipa kidogo kidogo. Imeniwezesha mimi kuweza kupata sehemu ambapo mwanzo nilikuwa ninauza online kupitia simu, lakini sasa hivi nina location yangu. Mteja anapotaka kitu namwambia tupo Mwenge. Sasa hii inajenga uaminifu kwa mteja kwa sababu anajua wewe upo sehemu fulani. Siku akitaka product atakuja sehemu hiyo.
Women-owned businesses are established, adolescent girls and young women reached with sextortion campaigns, businesses have been formalized, village savings and loan association groups have been formed, staff are enrolled in professional development programs.
Being at High Initiative means being given opportunities. I started volunteering in 2019 in different capacities, but later realized that I'm good in finance, something I've studied in university. I grew from being a volunteer to an intern, and now I'm employed as an assistant finance officer.
In order for organizations to thrive, they need creative thinking. That is one of the reasons why I love working for an initiative, because all they do is encourage creative thinking in order to come up with creative solutions to the problems that the youth in the 21st century face.
Our board is filled with thought leaders, social change makers, and development professionals. Our board members comprise of Anna Meela Kulaya, Samuel Ndandala, Carol Ndosi, Andrew Mahiga, and Vanessa Anyoti, who bring years of experience working in national and international setting. Yes to financial independence.
When I think about High Initiative, I think about the girls who are empowered and they're creating opportunities for their fellow young girls.
When I think of an initiative and all that it stands for, I think of good energy.
I think of learning and unlearning.
I think of innovation.